Did it only just now hit Swindler that if you hang around a bunch of criminals and help them commit crimes, that you then become a criminal? What the hell did Swindler think was going to happen when she got back to Kansai? Like, did she really think she was just going to go back to her old life and everything was going to be fine? She helped a group of Akudama rob a train. She helped them avoid the executioners. She was an active participant in everything they were doing. She is now a criminal. It doesn't matter whether or not she was an actual Akudama. That is irrelevant at this point. She helped them do the things that they were doing. She was a willing accomplice. She is a criminal now. How did this not cross her mind? Did she really think the things that she was doing with these Akudama would have no consequences as far as her everyday life? I get that at first she just kind of got swept up in it and it was just really unfortunate and like bad luck how she got involved with the Akudama. But once she was with the group, she, like I said, she was a willing participant. She went balls to the wall along with everybody else trying to accomplish their mission. I do like that this episode is showing a shift in Swindler's character from being kind of the naive little girl to being something a little more aware of her surroundings. When she kills those sick fucks that were either going to rape her and the little girl or sell them to then be raped, I was cheering when she killed those guys. I was cheering for her to find a way to fight back and protect her and the little kid, and she did it. Except for the last one there where she just stabbed him in the side of the neck, didn't quite kill him. Luckily, Courier came in to save the day. But that kind of scene can really kind of set in motion a shift in a character, and I really think that's what we're gonna get. We already got the symbolic shift in her character when she cut her hair. That's usually like a hallmark of, hey, this character's obviously gonna change now. They have like a drastic change in her look, and that kind of that symbolizes the change in character. Then overlay the story then affirms that change in character, and I really think that's what's gonna happen here with Swindler, because now she's more aware of what she has to do, what she has done to survive. She's gonna have to come to terms with that. She's killed people, and now she's more aware of what she's going to then have to keep doing to survive. It's going to be really hard for her character to stay the same after everything that's happened so far in the series, and especially after what happened in this episode. I gotta say, I was not expecting Courier to come at the last second and save the day. Maybe I'm just naive, but I kind of bought into his whole I'm only here for the job shtick, and that there was nothing really in it for him to come help Swindler in that moment. Yeah, I get that the little boy gave him the charm to give to the little girl, but it didn't seem like there was any kind of compensation there or a promise of compensation. And I like the idea of Courier being someone who is only about work, and if it is not a job, he doesn't care, and it can't really be a job if he's not getting paid. And we didn't see the little boy offer really any kind of form of compensation. But we also see that Courier is now willing to take Swindler and the little girl to wherever the little boy is at without any promise of compensation. Yes, Swindler offers him all of her money, but he says that doesn't really matter to him, so he's just going to take the job because he wants to. I mean, I get that the show is probably always going to set up Courier to be one of the better Akudama, but I would have preferred that they kept him kind of being like the guy who's just super about his job, and you pay me, you give me money, I do what you need me to do, and that's just it. And have him be devoid of a lot of emotion there. But it seems like he has like a sentimental attachment to at least Swindler, and he wants to help her out. I get it for the sake of the story why he has to be that way. I personally would prefer that he was not that way. But then I'm not going to hold it against the show in the long run. I don't think it's like a major bad development or anything. It didn't ruin the episode. It's just a personal preference wise, I would have liked for his character to maybe work at an angle where he's getting compensated in some way, where Swindler or the little girl has to give something up that he wants, and he then agrees to take them to where the little boy is at. Unless the place where the little boy is being held is like surrounded and guarded by those weak ass executions that we saw in episode 7, I don't see how Swindler and Courier and the little girl are going to be able to make it in to even save him. Especially like Courier, he has his bike, but he is by himself. He is not exactly a fighter. He's not the kind of guy you want beside you in a battle. That's not what he does. I'm assuming Cutthroat's going to come in at some point. You know, Cutthroat is still obsessed with Swindler. He might come in and help her out that way. But yeah, right now they're really kind of lacking the firepower. They don't have Brawlers, so Brawler's dead. They don't have him. Cutthroat is not currently with them. He may still come in, but he's not currently with them. The Doctor isn't exactly on their side right now. Hacker hasn't popped back up. I thought at some point Hacker was gonna pop back up. He hasn't popped back up yet. There's that. They don't have the firepower to break into a building or a location that is being guarded by a group of executioners. So how are they gonna go about that? I don't see it working out with the way the group is currently constructed. Swindler can't fight, little girl can't fight, Courier can kind of fight. Not exactly good odds for them. I want to throw in that I do think that Cutthroat's really strange obsession with Swindler is at some point gonna take a negative turn. The way he looks at her, I just gotta think that at some point in time it's going to turn violent with him trying to kill her. Usually that kind of obsession is not healthy. He's obviously unhinged. I predict that he is at some point in time going to try to kill Swindler. Anyways, guys, all I have for you in this one. If you like this video, hit that thumbs up. Also, hit me up in the comments. I respond to almost everything. If you didn't like the video, again, hit me up in the comments. We can talk about it. If you are so inclined to subscribe, I'd appreciate it. And I'll see you guys in the next one.